You are about to experience something that could change your perception of what is possible. No, you do not have to wait days or even hours. In the next few moments, you could receive exactly the message or call that you have deeply wished for. And no, this is not an illusion or a trick. It is a real and tangible experience that begins with a small act of awareness. Thank you for being here and opening yourself to this experience. This moment is your gateway to a new way of connecting with your desires. What you are about to hear is a simple method, but it may feel powerful, almost surprising in how it shifts your inner state. It does not require complicated tools. It does not require rituals or special preparation. It only requires you, your attention, and a small change in how you feel inside. Do you want that special person to contact you without delay, as if life itself is responding directly to your wish? Then what comes next is meant for you. We live in a universe that feels like it is always moving and always responding. Everything, absolutely everything, seems to reflect what we hold inside. When your inner state is calm, clear, and aligned with what you want, things begin to shift around you in subtle ways. When your intention is clear but not filled with fear, things begin to align naturally. It is not about desperate wanting, it is about calm certainty. It is about the quiet feeling that what you desire is already moving toward you. What is needed is not strong pleading or constant effort. What is needed is trust. A steady, inner trust. Take a moment, slow down, breathe gently. Notice how much of your tension comes from trying to force things to happen. And now, allow that pressure to soften, even slightly. There is a deeper part of human experience that has always been associated with awareness beyond logic and time. When you enter a calm and quiet inner state, your thoughts begin to slow down. In that space, your mind feels more open, more receptive, more aware of subtle possibilities. In that calm space, everything feels different. You are no longer pushing reality, you are allowing it. And here is the strange but powerful pattern many people notice in life. The more you try to control something tightly, the further it seems to move away. But when you relax, when you stop gripping so tightly, things often begin to move again. It is as if life responds not to pressure, but to balance. When you shift from, "I need this to happen," into, "I trust this is already unfolding," your entire emotional energy changes. You stop sending signals of lack. You start sending signals of calm certainty. And in that shift, something important happens inside you. You feel lighter. You feel more open. You feel less blocked. Letting go does not mean giving up. Letting go means trusting. It means saying inwardly that you are ready to receive without force. When this happens, life often begins to respond in unexpected ways. The message you were waiting for, the call you hoped for, the connection you thought was distant, can suddenly feel closer, more natural, more likely. Not because you chased it harder, but because you stopped resisting it. There is a deeper idea here. Your calm mind becomes a kind of inner key. It opens space inside you. And in that space, new possibilities feel allowed. When you stop operating from fear, urgency, or doubt, your inner world becomes more stable. And when your inner world becomes stable, your outer experience often begins to reflect that stability. Think about what happens when you feel peaceful inside. You are not overthinking. You are not constantly checking or worrying. You are simply present. In that state, your thoughts feel clearer, and your emotional energy feels cleaner. That clarity becomes powerful. There is a concept in psychology that suggests the unconscious mind plays a strong role in shaping perception and behavior. When your mind is calm, you become more aware of patterns, more open to insight, and more sensitive to subtle changes around you. In that calm awareness, life feels less chaotic. And in that reduced inner noise, opportunities feel easier to notice. But when you are anxious, restless, or desperate, everything feels blocked. Your attention becomes tight, your thoughts become repetitive, and your emotional energy feels heavy. This is why many people experience that when they stop obsessing over something, it suddenly starts to move toward them. Not because reality changed instantly, but because their inner state changed first. When you stop chasing and start allowing, your entire experience shifts. And this shift is not only emotional, it changes how you behave, how you notice things, and how you respond to life. From this place of calmness, something interesting happens. You begin to notice small signs, small coincidences, small moments that feel meaningful. You may feel that things are aligning in ways you did not expect. It is not magic. It is awareness combined with timing and openness. Where there was waiting, you begin to feel flow. Where there was doubt, you begin to feel trust. Where there was confusion, you begin to feel clarity. And slowly, your mind stops resisting life. This is where inner change becomes powerful. Because when your inner state changes, your perception of reality changes with it. And when your perception changes, your actions naturally begin to shift. You stop forcing outcomes. You start responding more naturally. You stop overthinking every detail. You begin to move with more ease. This ease creates space for things to unfold. Now bring your attention back to yourself. Notice your breathing. Notice your body. Notice the present moment. There is nothing you need to rush toward right now. Nothing you need to fix immediately. Only this moment exists. In this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are allowed to simply be. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw soften. Let your hands rest without tension. Allow your body to settle into stillness. With every breath, you can feel a little more grounded, a little more present, a little more calm. And as your body relaxes, your mind also begins to slow down. In this calm space, imagine that your thoughts are no longer rushing forward. They are settling like water becoming still. In that stillness, something deeper begins to emerge. A sense of quiet awareness. A sense that things are already moving in the right direction. Not through force, not through pressure, but through natural unfolding. Now bring your attention gently to your intention. Not with urgency, not with need, but with quiet clarity. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to force it. You only need to allow it. Imagine that what you desire is already in motion, already on its way, already finding its path toward you. And instead of questioning how or when, you simply remain open. In this openness, your inner world feels lighter, less tight, more peaceful. And from this peace, something begins to shift in how you relate to what you want. You no longer feel separated from it. You begin to feel connected to it in a calmer way. Now, take a slow breath in. And as you breathe out, allow any remaining tension to leave your body. Again, breathe in slowly. And breathe out fully. Let your body soften even more. You are not in a rush. There is nothing you need to force. Right now, you are simply here, present, calm, open. And in this state, your mind becomes less noisy. Your emotions become more stable. Your awareness becomes clearer. In this clarity, you may begin to feel a quiet sense of trust, a feeling that things are already unfolding in ways you cannot fully see yet. You do not need to predict it. You only need to remain open to it. As you stay in this calm awareness, imagine your desire not as something far away, but as something already connected to your path. Not forced, not chased, just naturally arriving at the right moment. There is nothing more you need to do right now. Nothing more you need to prove. Nothing more you need to push. Only allow. And in this allowing, something subtle happens. You stop resisting. You stop overloading your mind. You stop creating tension around the outcome. And that absence of resistance becomes powerful, because in that space, life feels more fluid, more responsive, more aligned. You begin to notice that things come to you more easily when you are not forcing them. And this becomes a quiet understanding within you, a simple knowing that your energy matters more than your struggle. Now stay with this feeling for a moment longer. Calm, open, steady, present. And as you continue forward from this point, carry this inner state with you, not as pressure, not as effort, but as awareness. A quiet awareness that what you desire is already moving toward you in its own timing. And in that understanding, you become more at ease, more centered, and more ready to receive what is already on its way. There is no need to hurry, there is no need to rush, and there is nothing you need to control in this moment. Everything is already unfolding in its own perfect timing. Every piece of your life, every situation, every desire, every thought is slowly finding its place like pieces of a puzzle that naturally come together without force. And when you understand this deeply, you begin to relax into life instead of resisting it. You begin to trust that what is meant for you is already moving toward you, even if you cannot see it yet. And now we begin with this affirmation, not as something mechanical, not as something empty, but as something alive. Let each word rise within you slowly. Let your energy rise with it. Let your body and mind begin to connect with the vibration of what you are creating inside yourself right now. Do not repeat these words like a habit or like an empty prayer with no feeling. Instead, feel each word as if it carries a spark, a living energy, something that is actively shaping your inner world. Each repetition is not just sound, each repetition is a seed. Each repetition is like a small stone dropped into still water, creating waves that expand far beyond what you can see. These waves move outward into your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, and your reality. And so with every repetition, you are not just speaking, you are aligning. You are tuning yourself to a deeper state of trust and openness. I do not need to go anywhere. I do not need to chase anything. I do not need to force anything to happen. The call I desire is already on its way to me. It is already moving toward me in perfect timing. I am completely aligned with the natural flow of the universe. Everything I desire flows to me easily, smoothly, and without resistance. It arrives in a way that feels natural, calm, and perfectly timed for my life. In this stillness, I begin to understand something important. In this peace, I feel it deeply. What I desire is already in motion. It is already forming its path toward me. The calmness of my mind is not emptiness. It is a doorway. It is a space where clarity enters. It is the space where miracles become visible in subtle ways before they fully appear in physical reality. I trust this process completely. I do not need to force it. I do not need to question it repeatedly. I simply allow it. I allow life to unfold without resistance. I allow what is meant for me to arrive at the right moment, not early, not late, but exactly when it needs to. Everything happens perfectly at exactly the right moment, even if my mind does not always understand it immediately. I feel every desire flowing toward me like living water, soft, steady, and powerful at the same time. It moves gently through every part of my life, touching everything it needs to touch, adjusting everything it needs to adjust, bringing alignment where there was once confusion. And now, one more time, we deepen this intention. Let this repetition be more than words. Let it become a state of being. I do not need to move. I do not need to force anything. The call I desire is already on its way to me, and I trust that completely. I am in perfect harmony with the universe, even when I cannot see the full picture yet. My desires manifest without struggle, without resistance, and without delay beyond what is necessary. In this calmness, Everything finds its way to me naturally. My mind becomes an open channel, clear and receptive. I trust the process. I let go of control. I allow life to unfold in its own intelligence. And I receive with openness, without fear, without doubt. Now take a slow and deep breath in. As you inhale, imagine peace entering your body. Imagine calmness spreading through every part of you. With each breath, this moment becomes more real, more grounded, more present. You are here. You are safe. You are aligned. Breathe in again slowly. And breathe out gently. Let your body soften. Let your thoughts slow down. Let your inner world settle into stillness. Once more, breathe deeply and feel yourself becoming lighter, calmer, and more centered. Now imagine it. Imagine the call you have been thinking about. Imagine the sound of your phone. Imagine the vibration, the notification, the moment it appears on your screen. See it clearly in your mind. Do not force it. Just observe it as if it is already real in another layer of your experience. How would you feel in that moment? Maybe a sense of relief, maybe gratitude, maybe calm assurance that everything unfolded exactly as it was meant to. Let that feeling rise now, even before anything physically happens. Because that feeling is powerful. That feeling is alignment. That feeling is connection. Stay with that emotion for a moment. Do not rush past it. Let it grow gently inside you. Let it fill your chest, your thoughts, your awareness. In this space, you do not need to do anything else. You simply are. You are in the state of receiving. Now gently imagine that you are holding your phone. Or if you are not, imagine it nearby. And slowly, without urgency, you can put it aside. You do not need to check it repeatedly. You do not need to look at it every moment. You have already done what was needed. You have set the intention. You have aligned your energy. And now, the most important part is letting go. Because what you release with trust begins to move toward you more easily. You return to your life. You continue your day. You act as if nothing is happening on the surface, while everything is already shifting beneath it. Do not think about the call constantly. Do not wait in tension. Do not create pressure in your mind. Instead, live normally. Breathe normally. Move through your day with calm confidence, knowing that what is meant for you is already in motion. Because it often arrives when you are not expecting it, when your mind is occupied elsewhere, when you are calm and not searching. In that moment, it comes naturally, without resistance, without struggle. And when it arrives, you will recognize it instantly. There will be no confusion, no doubt. Just awareness that this is the moment you once envisioned. If there is a delay, even if it feels like nothing is happening, understand that delay does not mean denial. It simply means adjustment. It means alignment is still happening behind the scenes. Sometimes life rearranges small details so that what arrives is even better than what you originally imagined. Trust this process. Trust your timing. Trust the unseen work happening beyond your awareness. And remember, your energy matters more than urgency. Calm energy attracts more than desperate energy ever could. Stillness is powerful. Peace is magnetic. When you are calm, you are aligned. If there is someone you are thinking about reconnecting with, someone from your past, or someone who still exists in your heart, understand this with clarity. Nothing is truly final in energy. Distance does not erase connection. Time does not destroy meaning. Things may change form, but energy can always shift again. Every person who enters your life reflects something within you. Every connection carries meaning. And when your inner state changes, your outer experience begins to shift as well. This is not about forcing outcomes. It is about becoming aligned with the version of you who naturally receives what feels right. You are the creator of your experience. Not through force, but through awareness. Not through pressure, but through presence. When you understand this deeply, you begin to see life differently. You begin to notice how your inner state influences your outer reality. And slowly, what once felt far begins to feel closer. What once felt lost begins to find its way back. Not by chasing, but by allowing. The universe is not working against you. It is not blocking you. It is responding to you. It reflects your energy with precision, with intelligence, and with timing that is always aligned with your growth. Thank you for being present in this moment. Thank you for allowing yourself to pause and connect with this intention. What you have done here is not just repetition of words. It is a shift in awareness. It is a reminder that your inner state is powerful. Carry this calmness with you into your day. Let it stay with you, even when you are not thinking about it. And as you continue your life, trust that everything is already moving in the right direction. What you desire is already on its way. You do not need to chase it. You only need to remain open to receiving it. If this message reached you in some meaningful way, let it settle quietly within you. Let it integrate naturally. And move forward with ease. Not tension, not pressure, but quiet trust. You are not alone in this process. Life is unfolding with you, not against you. And everything you are meant to experience will arrive in its perfect form, at its perfect time. And in the right moment, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly as it did.